Hello and a very warm welcome. A very exciting qualifying as Max ends up on pole for the Dutch Grand Prix. It was close, it was tense, arse-clenching moments, and there will be conspiracy theories out there that Perez crashed on purpose to get Max pole. But yeah, in front at home crowd, Max on pole. We've had Flaregate. I mean, you always get one idiot, don't you? Throwing flares onto a racetrack. What's wrong with you? Give your head a shake. Mick Schumacher outstanding. And Daniel Ricciardo an absolute disgrace. And I've got to try and hold it in because I want to tear that Aussie a new arsehole. But... So we jump into Q1. We've got an unsafe release by McLaren as they guide Lando Norris out. I forget who it was coming down. Was it Tsunoda? Yeah, unsafe release. I'm sure they'll be getting a fine for that. Sebastian Vettel knocked out as he ends up in the gravel. Big mistake. And Ricciardo out. I don't know whether to go in on him or not. Daniel Ricciardo, there's people still clinging on that he should retain his McLaren seat. That is a reason why he has been dropped. McLaren are desperate for fourth in the Constructors, and they won't get it with Daniel Ricciardo because he underperforms every week. I mean, 18th. Are you actually taking the piss? And you've got idiots out there that think this guy should retain his seat. Wow. Jumping into Q2 and some idiotic fan decides to throw a flare onto a racetrack. So we get a red flag as that's a safety issue. Yeah, you always get one moron who lets the side down. Yeah, both Alpines get knocked out, which is great for McLaren. Stroll, Yuki Tsunoda, Mick Schumacher all go through. And then we jump into Q3. It's tense, it's tight. Leclerc improves. He's on provisional pole. And then Max improves. And then the conspiracy theories come out as Checo loses it in the last corner. It was exciting. It was tense. Enjoyable quali. Star of the session, I'm giving it Mick Schumacher. Outstanding. To say he's under pressure for his seat, that is a great effort. Zandvoort qualifying reaction, Max pole at home, Mick Schumacher outstanding, and Daniel Ricciardo is a disgrace, and he wants to hang his head in shame. I don't know how he can look at himself in the mirror. I really don't. P1 Max, pole position at home, and probably another dominant drive at Zandvoort. Yeah, great atmosphere at Holland, but I'm not a fan of people throwing flares on track. That can't happen. And the guy got evicted, and rightfully so. Idiot. P2 Charles Leclerc, he'll be absolutely gutted. He went faster and then Max improved. He'll be gutted. P3 comes Carlos Sainz. Very close between the top three. Fourth comes Lewis Hamilton. Outqualifies George Russell. Obviously Perez was spun, so I don't think he could improve. Fifth, Sergio Perez spun in the last corner. Again, not good enough by Perez. Miles off Max and outqualified by a Mercedes. Sixth comes George Russell. His first run he set on old tyres and then he couldn't improve because Perez spun. Seventh, Lando Norris. I'm going to give him some credit. I'm not his biggest fan, but he is carrying McLaren at the minute. McLaren is on his shoulders. And we're relying on Lando Norris to score as many points as possible to get fourth in the Constructors. It's not right that the pressure's on him, but he's carrying the team. Eighth, star of quali, Mick Schumacher. Under pressure, no confirmation of a seat for 23. That's sensational. He now needs to convert that to points. Ninth, 1'1". Get up there, my boy. Ooh. He's been shocking of recent, but that's a sensational qualifying by 1'1". Get up there, my boy. Another impressive man, Lance Stroll. P10. Couldn't participate in Q3 as he had an issue. That's brilliant by Stroll. Batters the four-time champion. 11th, Gasly. Poor. Linked with Alpine. That's shocking. 12th, Esteban Ocon, who never seems to get the credit. He's ahead of Alonso in the drivers, outqualifies him, yet everyone talks about Alonso. 13th, Fernando Alonso. 14th, Guan Yu Zhou. Decent effort by him, outqualifying Bottas. 15th, Alex Albon. Probably the best he can do. Beats Latifi. 16th, Bottas, that's poor. 17th, Magnussen, destroyed by Mick. Magnussen's confirmed. He's been taken to cleaners, pants pulled down. Wow. 18th, Ricciardo. Honestly, disgraceful. Absolute disgrace. Nowhere near good enough. And that is why he's been dropped. Because his performances are shocking. They're shambolic. I honestly don't know how he looks in the mirror at night. So bad. 18th. And Norris is up in 7th. Are you taking the piss here? What's wrong? What is wrong? There's no excuses for that, I'm sorry. Cut the bullshit and say it how it is. He's deserved to be dropped every day of the week. Cut the nice atmosphere and all this bollocks. Shocking. 19th, Sebastian Vettel. Big error. Spun. Battered by Stroll. 20th and last. You guessed it. Mr. Nicholas Latifi. So there we have it. Zandvoort qualifying reaction. Join me tomorrow for race reaction. It's going to be an interesting run down to turn 1. Max v Leclerc. Probably another Max domination job. Comment down below your thoughts. And honestly, have I gone too harsh on Daniel Ricciardo? I'm absolutely bubbling with him. Honestly, I'm raging about Daniel Ricciardo. He's going to cost McLaren 4th in the Constructors. I'm tired of his bullshit.